Halloween is rapidly approaching, and one thing that everybody always talks about every year is, what's your Halloween costume going to be? What are you going to be this year? And maybe you already have it planned out way in advance, or maybe you don't know yet. Or perhaps this year in particular you're thinking, I don't really care. I just want to be something really stupid. So here are the top 5 dumbest costume ideas that exist in this brain at the very moment. So these are just things right off the top of my head, and I don't expect anyone to actually do these, but if you do them at your own risk. They're not dangerous or anything, but just, stay out of trouble and stuff. So number 5 is going to be Elvis Costello. Now, I mean, if you took Elvis Presley and Lou Costello and somehow just combine them, I don't know how exactly you'd pull it off. I think maybe you'd have to be Elvis, first of all, and dress like Elvis, and then wear a Lou Costello mask. Elvis Costello. Okay, number 4, be a werewolf. Put some underwear on your head. You're an underwerewolf. And then number 3 is be a really obscure Star Wars character, because everybody's always Princess Leia or Han Solo. No, I want to see somebody be the most obscure Star Wars character that only the most hardcore Star Wars fans would know. Like, be that thing in Jabba's palace, that like droid that like comes out of the wall. It has a name. I looked it up. It's TT8L or something like that. But that's what you would answer when someone asks you, what the hell are you supposed to be? I don't know how you'd pull it off. So this is takes a lot of creativity. Okay, so number 2. This is a really challenging one. I call this costume Tyson's Feeding You. Like Tyson, the food product. I think they do like microwavable foods or something. I don't know for sure, but I remember the commercials when I was a kid, and their slogan was Tyson's Feeding You.
Tyson's feeding you like family. Tyson's feeding you.
The only Tyson I knew at the time was Mike Tyson. So I'd always think Mike Tyson's feeding you, and he's feeding you like a champ. So Mike Tyson's taking the food and he's just shoving it in your mouth. Now, if you're gonna do this costume, don't go around actually punching people, of course. Maybe, well, first of all, you probably have to be able to pull off Mike Tyson. So if you could be Mike Tyson, then what I think you'd probably do is take like a ventriloquist dummy or something and pick up the food with the boxing gloves, which is challenging in itself, and just shove that food into that dummy's mouth. Tyson's Feeding You. Okay, number 1. Oh boy, the dumbest costume idea that I've thought of. It's kind of a variation on the most common costume, I guess. Well, one of the most common, aside from the ghost with the white sheet over your head. This is what I call the shitty mummy. Now, this is a variation on the mummy costume that everybody does when they don't have any idea. What you do is you take a roll of toilet paper, you wrap yourself up in toilet paper, and there you go, you're a mummy. But this mummy is on a little bit of a budget, or for some reason has to resort to using toilet paper that's already been used. So you're just a mummy covered in shit, and you show up to a party and be like, hey guys, give me a hug. Now, of course, if you're gonna be this shitty mummy, don't use real shit. I don't think I would need to say that. I think it's obvious, but you never know. So yeah, that's it. I think that's my favorite. The shitty mummy.